record. All right, I think we're live or recording. There we go. What's up? All right, everybody, we're here with my man Akil Thomas. Akil, thanks for hanging out and joining us today, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, it's great to talk to you. I haven't seen you or talked to you in a little while, buddy. How's everything going over in Germany? You're over in Berlin right now?
Yeah, I'm in Berlin, Germany right now. Playing for the Eisbären Berlin in the DEL. So it's a little bit different scenery these days, but it's been fun. It's obviously my first experience playing professional hockey, so that's really cool. And it's just been like a crazy year for everyone. But I guess I'm pretty fortunate enough to be in the situation I'm in right now, kind of in a team environment, playing games, practicing, working out with a team, and living with a couple guys. So keeps the days fun. What about you? You're in Puerto Rico right now, aren't you?
Yeah, man. I came down here. I've been down in Puerto Rico now for 2 months. Came down with my cousin, and kind of the similar thing, man. When COVID hit, this was not my plan, back in March or back in February, but then our schedule got flattened, the rinks all are shut down and everything. And I was just looking for, what would be the best situation for me to live. And my cousin and I came down here, and it's been pretty awesome experience. How did everything happen with you as far as, when did you find out about the Germany opportunity, and how did that whole thing come about for you?
Yeah, so I was just in, Toronto for the majority of the summer. I went down south to see my family a little bit beginning of quarantine, and I came back. Was just training, skating, doing all that, hoping for, the cases to go down and the season to kind of look like it was going to happen. But ended up making the decision to actually drive to LA with my little brother. So we made the trip. It was like a 4-day trip, 40 hours, and it was a tough trip, but got down to LA, spent 2 weeks there, and then they're like, look, we have an opportunity for you to go play in the DEL. And I was like, let's go. I'm super down for it. So it happened really quick. I was in LA for 2 weeks, only trained for 1 week because I had to test negative twice for COVID. And so it happened really quick. Got on a plane and got right into camp as soon as I landed, basically. And it's just been, a crazy year with everything that's happened. I've been going to so many different places. I, obviously was in Czech to start the year. And then I came back to Canada, went to Niagara, got traded that day, came back to Peterborough. Season got canceled, go back to Toronto, drive to Atlanta, spend time in Atlanta, South Carolina, drive back to Toronto, spend time in Toronto, have my own condo, drive to LA, and now I'm in Germany. So it's been a crazy year now that I kind of talk and think about it, and definitely be a year I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, definitely not the start to your pro career that you would have anticipated probably back, in January, February, hey?
Yeah, no, not at all. Like I don't think anyone would have ever expected stuff to happen the way it happened. I think back at when our season got paused at first, our team thought we were going to be back in a week.
Yeah.
They thought everyone was just going to go home for a week and we're going to be right back, but it's going to be it's probably going to be, a year.
And that's crazy.
After our season got canceled until everything is slightly normal. Right. So it's just been nuts. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah, man. It's been a whirlwind for sure. But talk a little bit about you said you landed in Germany and you got your right into camp. How's it been going, man? How's the start of your pro career been playing in the DEL?
Yeah, it's been good. We played Munich my first 2 games, and they're one of the best teams in Europe, in the whole Champions League. So really good experience playing them. I thought I did okay. It's my first game in 7 months, so I knew I wasn't going to play my best, but I'm doing well. I'm really trying to show the coaches what I have, and I think I'm doing a decent job at that. So really, I'm just here to be a part of the team, try to contribute to the team as much as possible, because I very well could be here for the whole year. Yeah. So you really never know nowadays, and most importantly, I'm just trying to use this opportunity to get better every day. We have a really good strength guy, and the guys are at national camp right now, so we have kind of an optional week to show up whenever you want. And obviously, as young guys, we got to go. Just using it as an opportunity to get ready to really have a good season next year, like wherever it is, because I'm 20 now and, I want to make the NHL. So it's been a good time this year to kind of think about, what I really want to accomplish and how I'm going to do it and kind of go after it. So
That's pretty sick, man. What's been the biggest thing that you've noticed difference-wise between moving from the Ontario Hockey League into pro hockey? What's the biggest thing you've noticed?
yeah, it's been a lot different. I mean, I don't just get the puck and I won't be able to just go through everyone anymore. Guys are stronger, faster. They'll hit you. They're smarter. So I really can't carry the puck like I'm used to. Don't really have that confidence or swagger just yet, but I'm working on it. Because that's, the only way I'm going to be good is try to translate my game to every level I kind of go up. So just in that little transition now, and just trying to feel like Akil here. And obviously it's going to happen right away, but the faster the better.
Yeah, man, that's pretty awesome, man. Having that opportunity to start your career over in Germany. So talk a little bit about what's life like living in Germany, and what are your days like, as a pro player, with practices and with your game schedule. Take us through a little bit of what it's like day to day for you.
Yeah. So we wake up, we make breakfast really quick. Usually take like a smoothie that I buy at the grocery store in the car. We usually just listen to music on the way to the rink.
Yeah.
We work out, we practice, and then we go back in the gym and maybe bike or do little bicep curls or whatever we got going on after, maybe some abs. So we do that. We leave before the lockdown here. We were going to this restaurant called the Club Kitchen here. Really good healthy food, like the best healthy food I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe my favorite restaurant I've ever been to. The food's really great here in Germany. So we usually have gone there, but with the lockdown now, today we just came back and made lunch ourselves. So usually we just obviously get something to eat after practice, come back. I usually either nap or watch a couple episodes of Prison Break right now. Loving the show. It's unreal. And then usually get around to watching game film from either my games that I play here or couple guys that I look up to, like Braden Point, Elias Patterson, guys like that. My dad has this app called Instat, so I can see their shifts from whenever. I can really look at any game, anybody's shifts. So use that as a tool of mine, and I try to make it an everyday thing because I'm trying to be dialed these days. But
that's sick,
we
man.
usually make dinner around 6 as like a team, 3 guys here, and one guy gets the meat, one guy gets the carbs, one guy gets the veggies, and we just kind of do it that way. Our meals have been pretty good, actually. Been surprising ourselves, I think, for sure. Then after dinner is where I kind of do my Zale emails and everything else I got going on. Obviously got the podcast going on, and that's been going really well. So pretty structured day from my end. Kind of do the same thing every day, and usually try to shut her down around 10:30 because my first month here I had a hard time adjusting to the time change, and I really wasn't getting the sleep I needed. So been really strict on that stuff.
That's pretty cool, man. You mentioned you guys are recently more locked down there in Germany. It's not when you got there things were kind of open. Now it's tightening up, or what?
Yeah, the other day we had 20,000 cases in a day in Germany. So it's really just restaurants, really.
Yeah.
You can go up and shop, I'm pretty sure still. So it's just the restaurant.
Similar to North America with the restrictions, with masks and with everything, the way that they're handling it.
Yeah, same thing.
And what about at the rink day to day? Like when you guys go to practice, are you guys are you testing every day, or are you hanging out close as a team? What are you guys doing in that regard?
So we're testing once a week. We have to wear a mask, like going basically from the entrance to the actual locker room. We have to wear a mask walking to the gym because it's a little bit of a walk. Got to wear a mask walking onto the rink, which is kind of weird because it's like 20 feet, but it's just precautions, and just wear a mask walking back to the locker room 20 feet away as well. So just following the rules that the government's kind of given us but I guess it's okay with me because they're letting us play, they're letting us practice and all that. So, I'll do it if it means we can play.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that you guys are able to play. And the fact that you said earlier, like you're involved in a team environment, like it's disruptive now. It's different, but it's better than just sitting at home for sure. What do you think about some of the recent developments in North America with the OHL, saying that they're going to have the season with no hitting? What do you think about that?
I don't think there's any chance it's going to happen. Just because what's the difference between boxing a guy out in front of the net and hitting him?
Yeah,
I don't think there's very much.
I don't understand.
There hasn't been an official announcement of that. I did see Sportsnet, I think, come out with an article. I did see the health minister of Ontario saying that it's not going to happen, but there hasn't been a statement from the league or like the province itself. And then I believe Doug Ford released a tweet or a post the other day saying we're going to do everything we can to make sure there is hitting in the OHL next year.
Oh, that's cool.
Just because it's not something that is actually like a risk factor in terms of getting COVID. I think it's more of like, the people who don't understand hockey and they're like, oh,
yeah, like people that made the rule,
contact.
what's the point of that rule? I was looking at it like,
yeah,
what's going on, man? People are losing their minds.
Like, I disagree with the full fish bowls. I disagree with that, but like, if that means the guys can play, then so be it. Like, everyone wear fish bowls, who cares? But like the no hitting, like that can't happen, and it's not going to make a difference in terms of cases. Teams are going to be testing multiple times a week, I assume, and I just don't see that having any effect on getting COVID, and with everything that's on the line for maybe kids who it's their draft year, it's their last year in the OHL, it's their first year in the OHL. Like, not that that's more important than the health of Canadians or Americans, but it's just, it won't make a difference, and it's going to change a lot. So why do it?
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, for those of you, or for those people who are watching, who follow, your career and what you're doing, a lot of people know that you started your own apparel company in 2015, Zale Apparel. I know you mentioned it earlier. That's something that you focus on every day. Actually got some Zale, got the new in the mail right here, man. I got the jersey, sick jersey, man. Love it right here, man. But, talk a little bit about that, man. What's it been like, chasing after your hockey dream, getting drafted to the LA Kings, heading to the NHL, but at the same time, you have a business on the side as well. Take us through a little bit of that and where the business is today and where you see it going in the future.
Yeah. First of all, I'll say that, you're definitely the biggest, supporter of Zale. You wear it every day. I remember watching your snaps with your Zale hats on every day. So we got some stuff coming out in the winter, and you'll be the first guy receiving a big care package.
Oh, I love to hear that.
And now that, things are doing well with Zale, I'm not funding it through my $470 a month from the OHL. I can afford to do things like that now, and so that's good.
Awesome.
I remember me and you when I was like maybe 14, and seeing you kind of from the bottom, and you work your way up to the top, and that's something I've actually used, to my experience, because I've seen you drive across the whole continent just to be at this tournament, be at that tournament, get exposure and all that. So really, I've actually, like, honestly, thought about that and how I can kind of implement that type of work ethic and what I do. But at the same time, I know that, hockey's like my number one thing, and I got to put that first. And that's kind of why I structure my days around what I need to do. And then everything that with Zale and everything happens after dinner when I have free time. So it's been really good. It's been great. Having a lot of fun with it. That's why I do it. Obviously, Ethan and I are partners in it, and it's going really well. We've made our mistakes, which is good because we know how to move forward and do things properly going forward. And really, we're just, we're ready to really take off now. I think in the next year, you'll really start to see Zale more. You'll start to see some changes, and we're definitely going to be a legit clothing company in the next few months, and I'm really excited about it. It's been a long time coming, but it's definitely paid off.
Yeah, man. It's I've been a fan of what you've been doing with Zale, you and Ethan, ever since back in the day, man. for me, it's people everywhere I go. Whenever I'm rocking Zale, people are always asking me about it, and I love telling your story. And so it's been really sick. I love to see what you've been doing with some of the new stuff. So really excited to see what you guys have cooking up in the future for sure. And then let's get back to hockey. What's that?
One of my favorite things that I kind of think about is, when you're probably trying to get the first sample of your Buttendz grip. I think you can look back on that feeling of actually getting the first one or the first few, getting the first prototype, and then now being pretty much worldwide like known grip. And I think a lot of work puts into it, but it's pretty cool to think about how it started and where it is. That's something I think about when I think about Zale. Like I was 13 when I came up with the idea, and here I'm 20, and obviously it's put in a lot of work, but a lot of exciting things in the near future. So I think that's kind of something that people should think about too.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. And it's so cool to hear you say that. For me, I feel like I've been a part of the journey, even all the way back. And one of the highlights for me was coming up to Toronto and doing that show, and walking on the runway, rocking the Zale. Oh my gosh, your mom put me into the show. I was like,
man.
But yeah, what an experience. And again, I feel like I'm part of the ride with you on that. And, I love the brand, and I love the stuff that you do with it. So I'm always excited to, be wearing it everywhere. It's my favorite my favorite brand to wear for sure. So I'm happy to see you guys having success, and really, again, looking forward to that, seeing what's coming up in the future. But man, I've always, you and I haven't had a chance to talk too much about it, but talk a little bit about what it was like for you getting drafted to the LA Kings. Obviously, draft day was insane, and getting picked by one of the best franchises in the league, and being around LA. What's it been like, man? How was that whole experience for you?
Yeah, it was definitely a movie. A lot of emotions in that day. Obviously, I wanted to go first round, didn't happen, but definitely made me a better human, better person, made me more hungry. So very happy about that. Very happy to be drafted to LA. What better place is there in the NHL? And obviously, I've met the staff and everything, and I couldn't imagine a better staff, to be honest, from development, the president, coaching, scouts, everything. Like, it just seems like a perfect place for me, and I'm really happy. So, very lucky to be drafted by LA, to be honest. And, I'm really just trying to, put my head down and try to, be in a Kings sweater as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to see for sure, man. Looking forward to that day. So also too, another thing, man, talk to us a little bit about what it was like, playing for Team Canada last year at World Junior, and, scoring the golden goal for Canada and being the hero of the country. I remember watching it. I was traveling at the time over in Africa with my cousin at New Year's.
Of course you were.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, man. Playing hockey over in Africa, like it was that experience. But for me, it was super exciting when the gold medal game was on. I remember you scored the goal. My phone lit up with like my friends were like, Akil. Everybody was texting me. I was so happy for you. I didn't see the game live, but immediately I went right to Twitter and I saw the play and I saw the goal, man. I was so over the moon excited for you to see you have that success. So talk a little bit about that game and about that goal, and what was life like after that, coming home as a hero?
Yeah, that was like, the best moment of my life for sure. Doesn't really feel like it happened, to be honest, still. The only really reality I have of it is watching like videos of it, just making sure it actually did happen.
That really me? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was an incredible experience. As a kid, I, always looked up to the World Junior guys, watched every tournament. So to even make the team was unbelievable. And then obviously we made the finals, and what hockey, kid doesn't dream of winning, World Junior, and let alone scoring the game-winning goal. So obviously played like a limited role in that tournament, and so I like that goal meant even more to me because of that. I was just trying to stay positive, trying to stay ready for when my opportunity came, and obviously it did come, and I was 100% ready for it. Obviously thought it was probably going to be my last shift of the tournament, so I had to moving my feet. And luckily it paid off, and the best thing that's ever happened to me happened, and wouldn't change anything about that tournament. Wouldn't change any time I was upset after a game, not getting the ice. I wanted, or I was used to. I would all kind of, do the same thing over again. And yeah, life was a movie after so many interviews. A lot of people reaching out. Probably took me 3 weeks to answer every message, text message, DM, and all that. Snap, like it, like kind of felt bad, but like I could only answer so many a day.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of people reached out. I didn't realize like how many people were engaged in the tournament. How many of my friends and family were actually watching and were nice enough to text me. So it was awesome.
Yeah, man, it was great, and I was so excited because I know, you and I had, talked before for a few years, of you wanting to play World Junior, going to camps for Canada, playing U17s, U18s, having the opportunity, and we both know how well, for sure, how hard it is to even make World Junior, especially for Team Canada and the competitive environment. So for you to be on that team, and then of course, you mentioned, having that limited role, and I think it was an inspiration, man, for me to see you handle yourself so well. Because again, man, as players, when you're not getting that ice time that you feel like you need to get, it's a lot of times it's hard to sit on that bench 4, 5, 6 minutes in a row, not getting a shift, but to stay ready, and be able to seize your opportunity can change your whole life. What do you think was the reason? Like, how were you mentally handling that? Not having that, superstar role that you're used to, being that maybe that role player on that team. How did you handle it and stay ready, and keep positive?
Yeah, two things. Really just believing and kind of self-talk. I obviously when you're in a situation where you don't play that much, you may be thinking like, "Oh, I suck. I'm not that good." But we have to think like this is Team Canada. Out of the million kids who play hockey in Canada, like how many get picked for that team? And
Yeah.
so really, I was just like, this is just like there's going to be a reason why I'm playing this role. Like my time's coming. Really just trying to continue to believe in myself, be confident, and kind of be happy for the team. Like if we were going to win, then I was okay with not playing at all. Like I just want to win. And that's kind of what it takes really when in a team environment, you need guys that, are good to just swallow their ego and just be like, yeah, it's cool. Like, let's just win. So I was just trying to think about that. And then like on the bench, I was actually telling myself like, I'm going to score. I probably told myself that like 15 times. So I thought that was pretty weird how it actually happened. And it's just very odd that, that was like the first time I've ever like literally said to myself out loud, I'm going to score. I'm going to score. And then, it's like the best time of my life to ever score a goal. And it happened. So it's just incredible.
Yeah, it's super cool to watch, and I still get chills whenever I watch the replay of that goal and the excitement, and just again, you mentioned it, like you could tell that team had a lot of camaraderie, and you guys were rooting for each other. Was that something that happened right away with that team? Did you guys were you guys right away a real solid group, or did it take a little while for the bonding to happen, or how did the team come together?
Yeah, we had a really good group. Just you can just tell kind of
Yeah.
right from the get go when you have a really good group. No guys who created problems. We all loved each other. We're all, always loved hanging out with each other. No issues ever. So, dream team, really. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. So how's it been? How's it been over in Germany with media? Have you been doing a lot of stuff? Because you're a prospect with the Kings. Is that part of it there, or is it mostly you're part of the team in Germany, just like every other player? Or have you had a lot of stuff from the States and from LA, or how's that been?
Yeah, I mean, people know that we're LA Kings prospects, and I think it's pretty cool for the fans here.
Yeah.
They're pretty excited to see us come here and stuff. We've had a couple interviews, a lot of people wondering how our adjustment has been, and I'd even say more so a lot of like my friends who are from North America reached out to me and they're like, "Yo, like how is it over there?" Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of thinking they're doing the same thing, and they did.
Uh-huh.
Barrett Hayden being one of them. Jared McIsaac went over, Ryan McLeod, and we have this team agent. So a lot of guys actually kind of I've been starting to think about coming over here. My one line mate, Simeon Degargachintsev on Peterborough, just got in the KHL. So we started a little bit of a trend, but no, it's been fun. And, the team obviously treats us really well. It's kind of a weird dynamic, not knowing like, if we're like fully on the team,
Yeah.
if
You don't know,
like
like any minute you could be taken back home, but
yeah, pretty much. But like the guys don't treat us any differently. They understand, and we don't get any special treatment or anything like that. We're just one of the boys, so it's awesome.
Yeah, that's sick, man. And honestly, man, I think that's especially with the way things are going now, man, this is what an opportunity for you to have to jump into a league like the DEL, which is one of the top leagues in the world, and your pro career's on, you're gone. You're doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? A guy like, you look at like Austin Matthews, for example, before he came into the NHL, he was playing pro over in Europe, and, his game transitioned over to the NHL really quickly. So what a great opportunity. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, you nailed it. Just a really good opportunity, and we're pretty lucky because no one's playing games right now over in North America. So just gonna try to use it to my advantage, and when the time comes, if camp rolls around anytime soon, then I'll be in really good shape for it, and who knows what could happen.
Yeah, that's sick, man. So you mentioned earlier in the beginning that you're working on also a podcast as well. You got the nice setup right there. You can inspire me. As soon as this is over, I'm getting a mic, man. Like, I need a mic. What's going on with the podcast? Talk a little bit about that and where you guys are at and what's next.
Yeah, we started kind of as a joke, like the idea. Me and Elijah Roberts, we're one of my best friends.
Say what's up to Elijah, man.
Yeah, I definitely will. From Niagara, we play together, and it was just kind of a thing we kind of talked about for like a year, and COVID hit, and we're like, well, we're not doing anything. Like, why don't we, start this up now? And got in touch with a family friend who kind of started this brand called So On Ice. It's basically a series of movies highlighting, Black hockey players and how, the many players broke barriers and who did what and all that. So it was a pretty cool film. I was actually featured in it with my family, and Elijah was too. So that's kind of how we knew him. And he's actually like the host now. He kind of, took it over from us, and we're using his, his platform. And so we're called So Nice Podcast, and we just have different guests on every week. It's a pretty funny show, actually. We try to keep it light. We try to, keep it humorous. And we had George Lorock on the other day. He was awesome.
Nice.
We've had JT Brown a couple times. We've had a bunch of big names, to be honest. And it's been really fun. So yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually remember, I don't know if you introduced me to Kwame, right?
Yep. Kwame,
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you introduced me or somehow we got linked up, and I remember he sent me a copy of the movie Soul on Ice, and I remember seeing you in the movie, and it was back in the day, and you had that like green custom Buttendz grip that you were using at the time. Remember, it was like a prototype that we had, and I remember you had it. It was in the movie. I was like, oh, that's so sick. Look at that right there. That's cool that you guys have linked up later on to do the podcast as well.
Yeah. It's been a good time, and it hasn't been too time consuming, so that's good. And we're under the NHL network now, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice! You're under the NHL network too, huh? So do they help you out with the scheduling and with posting it and like sharing it and all that stuff? You just
they will repost stuff. They're really good at that, and so that definitely ups our exposure. But it's basically like on their website. It's on Apple, Apple Podcasts, or basically just a podcast of the NHL. So they endorse us, and we endorse them, and all that. It's pretty cool.
Nice, man. Well, I'm conscious of your time here. I know it's getting late over there. So a couple more questions for you here, Akil. Thanks again for coming on, man, and doing this with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure the fans are going to appreciate seeing you on here and hearing from you as well. I get this question a lot. I'd like to hear what you think. You mentioned you guys do a lot of cooking and stuff. What's a typical pregame meal for you? What's a typical postgame meal for you? Do you have something that you're pretty regimented about, or how does that work?
Yeah, so for post-game meals, we basically get like fed whatever's there. So I have no really control over that. I just eat whatever and as much as I can of it. I'm really hungry after
games. They cater it for you?
Yeah.
How's the food over in Germany? Like, what kind of stuff do they do that like would be different than North America? North America, what, chicken and pasta, your standard? Like, what about over there? What kind of stuff?
Yeah, a lot more pork. But for the most part, it's not too different. Pasta for pre-games and stuff like that. For me, like, I'm a big pasta guy before my pre-game meals. I like spaghetti and bolognese. That's kind of my go-to. Meatballs as well. So that's kind of my go-to pre-game. And then post-game is just whatever is kind of there.
Just eat as much as you can just to get the energy, get the calories back.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, man. You mentioned also too, you listen to music on the way to the games. What do you got? What are you jamming on these days? What are your, give me 3 songs that you like to listen to before the game. I'm always looking for new music. So
Yeah. Well, I'm a really broad person in terms of music. I can listen to anything before games. Like last year, I was listening to a lot of EDM music before games. Right now, I'm listening to like a lot of Lil Baby, some Juice World. But if I were to pick 3 games, even country actually.
yeah.
But if I were
You're in there with the
to,
boys, sometimes the boys are going to be firing the country on. There's some good in there.
Yeah, I've been kind of a country guy lately. Baby Burke and My Little Baby is definitely one of them I listen to. Like Juice WRLD songs are a little different. They're a little like sad and like in your feeling type of stuff. But
especially after he died, man, it's tough. Like listening to the album posthumously was kind of tough to, you know what I mean? I think that the stuff that he's talking about, and you're like, man, like it's hard to hear,
Yeah, but for me, it's like if I like a song and it makes me happy, then like it fires me up. So it's not necessarily like the vibe the song gives a human. It's more for me. It's like if I like the song, that's what I want to listen to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Baby Birkin for sure. Solitaires by let me pull that up right now.
Yeah, pull it out. Let's see what you got. Here.
Solitaires by Future.
Okay.
So those 2 definitely I listen to right before a game, 100%. And then maybe some Pop Smoke right now. That definitely fires me up. Pop Smoke is very hot right now, and obviously he passed away too.
Yeah, another tough one, man. Like just about to blow up and he gets murdered, Like brutal.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
Yeah, his new album was really good. I like Pop Smoke's album a lot.
Yeah, I'd say Hotel Lobby for sure.
Nice. Awesome, Akil. Thanks again for coming on tonight, man. What do you got for the rest of the evening? I know it's what time is it there? Like 8:30?
It's 8:30. Just got a couple things I got to do on my computer, just with Zale stuff, random stuff, and then I don't know. I'll probably get another snack to eat. So I'm really hungry today for some reason, and then probably watch some more Prison Break. And
you're eating on that right now. I never saw it.
Yeah, it's unreal. Like I started it like 2 weeks ago, and I'm already on like season 3. So I've been mucking it like 3 episodes a day basically.
Nice. So what do you got coming out this season for Zale? What new products you guys are looking to launch?
So basically we're gonna like our hoodies right now, we're pretty low on them, so we're gonna do a blowout sale, get them all out. Our new hoodies arrived, which is they're basically the same designs, just upgraded in the actual quality of the hoodie. Little details are a little bit different with placements and colors of certain things, so it's going to be a little bit different, new and improved for sure on both colors, black and beige. We're doing joggers this year for the first time. That'll be good. We're doing we do beanies every year. We're going to do a pink and black beanie, but probably going to be my favorite beanie ever this year, and you'll see why when they come out. They're pretty interesting. I don't think you'll ever really see a beanie like it.
Nice, dude.
And it's just like the formation of it, like it's just, you'll see it's really cool. I really think people are going to enjoy it. Can't give everything away just yet.
No, that's cool, man. I'm excited. Hey, I'm a fan. I can't wait for the drop, man. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And I told you, bro, like I can't wait. I got the jersey going, and I'm down here in Puerto Rico, man. I'm surfing like the biggest waves I've ever surfed. Like it's crazy down here, and my goal is to get the jersey going and get like a sick picture on like a dope wave, rocking the jersey.
I'll give you $1,000.
No, dude. Yeah, don't even bother. Just free post, man. Just give me a free post. That's all I care.
Yeah,
I'm just excited
awesome.
Because I love the brand, and I just thought it'd be cool to like get a visual. I was even thinking, it'd be sick. Is like I don't think I'm a good enough surfer, but like try to get a surfer like holding a hockey stick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like on a wave.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of a cool visual, but.
So next summer, next time we get a chance, we gotta go somewhere together. We gotta go to. I gotta come to Puerto Rico.
Come and visit, man. You're always invited anytime, man. I got room for you down here. I'd host you for sure. You can come kick it, man. It'd be sick.
Sounds good. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, man, for sure. Hey, one more question. I just thought of it. I wanted to talk to you real quick about it. Your father played pro hockey and, had a great career, won championships, and you grew up, a young kid watching your dad play. First of all, what was it like having a dad play pro hockey and being around the rink as a kid? And then how has it helped you, now as, transitioning to a pro player, getting drafted by the Kings, you're starting your pro career, having your dad be involved in your hockey career? What's it like?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is everything I go through on a day-to-day basis, he's been through. So when I go through, difficulties, he's here to give me, the proper advice because like, he's breathed it, like he's lived through it.
Yeah.
And, he knows what's best for me. And, obviously he's going to be super tough on me, but at the end of the day, what he's saying is going to be best for me. And I understand that. And he's going to, try to lead me in the right direction. So really, he's just been preparing me for everything I'm going to have to overcome, trying to accomplish my dream. And so I feel pretty ready with every obstacle that comes my way. And I think I have an advantage because of that. So it's just been, it's definitely tough at times because, he can be super hard on me and whatever. But, at the end of the day, it's for a good reason. And, I'm just going to use it to my advantage. And it is just cool to have someone in my corner like that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's been great to watch you since Bantam, and to see where you've taken your game. You've always been an inspiration to me, man. I still remember vividly like watching. I was on the glass at it was like you were playing for the Marlies. Taking a face off, like you're just like, "What's up, man?" Like looking through the glass. How you're over in Germany playing pro, about to.
I know, eh? Wow.
Yeah, man. To be a part of it and to see the support that you have from your family and the people around you. It's awesome, man. And you're doing great things. And again, man, thanks a lot for coming on here and giving your time tonight and, having this conversation with me. And it's always great to talk to you, bro. And I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on, Rob. It's always a great time to talk to you. And definitely want to, come to Puerto Rico sometime and see your stores. And I'm just like, yo, this guy's living life right now. He's doing everything he should be doing. So hopefully, we have a season this year and, you probably won't have that much time off, but
yeah, man. Well, you're like I said, you're invited, and you got a place. I got a place here. My cousin and I are about to we're about to get a 6-month lease down here and like at least have home base for a bit. Yeah, and It's not bad, man. Like I'm going to be traveling for Christmas, going to get back home and try to get on the ice. But right now, man, my schedule got flattened too, and I don't want to be putting myself. I don't want to be putting other people at risk by being around hockey as much. So I'm just going to wait and see how it clears out. And they're building a 3-on-3 rink. There's like an ice rink in Aguadilla right up the street. And they're renovating it. Yeah, you can literally watch people surfing while you're playing hockey. Like, that's the idea. So hopefully that gets done. And we'd love to get you down here and do some stuff.
Unreal.
Yeah, Barbados also is not far from here. A lot of surfers in Barbados too. So that might be an option as well. But I'll be following you along the way. We'll all be following you here and checking things out. Glad it's going well, man. And let's do this again sometime. Good luck with the show. Good luck with Zale. And obviously the season, man. Hope everything's going well. And thanks again for coming on, Akil.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on, Rob. Appreciate it.
Man. All right, we'll talk soon. All right, stay in touch.
Sounds good.
All right,
I will.
Talk to you later, man.
Peace.
All right, peace out.